One of the things that are great about beer is that you can just walk around and enjoy the atmosphere and kind of build up a rich history of the entire country you're seeing. Here in China, the first stop has to be Beijing. In Beijing, there's no place more well known than Tiananmen Square. You can see here just the difference in architecture and just the sheer size of this area. It's the largest one in the world. Of course, they've got some vendors here that you can enjoy a snack, and all the same food is here that you can find anywhere else: Coke, Pringles. As you're walking around, you can do your own kind of people watching and look at all the other tourists who are here as well. As you get closer to the Forbidden City, you can see Chairman Mao's picture over the entrance. He's kind of a bit of a controversial character in the area, but it's not worth getting into the whole history of China and Chairman Mao. You can actually talk to a lot of the Chinese. The younger generation have mixed feelings, and so do the older generation. It's sometimes better just not to talk about it. As you walk into the Forbidden City, you can just look at the magnificence of the grand entryways. As you walk around where they received important people, generals, heads of state, you can tell that the city itself is a city in its own definition, being large with several square miles. But you also get the feeling as you go through some of the back corridors, it was more of a prison. That it might have been more of a punishment for the emperor's concubines or even the emperor himself. Another destination in Beijing has to be the Temple of Heaven. This is a Taoist monument and was used for many religious ceremonies and still is today in order to ensure a great harvest. The building itself has no nails in it. This allows it to withstand earthquakes as it has over the last couple hundred years. It's amazing to take this all in. One of the things that people don't realize is it was incredibly hot this day. It was like 100 degrees. China tends to be a warmer country than most people give it credit for. If anything, the major draw in the Beijing area has to be the Great Wall. It is easily one of those monuments that you just need to see to believe. It's definitely a bucket list destination, and you can see why here. I also think it's important right now to point out, even though I look like I'm talking, all the audio was screwed up, so I have to record it all over again. But if you were curious, I am just spouting out the facts that I know about the Great Wall. The fact that it's hundreds of miles long. It starts at the ocean, goes all the way into the desert and the far reaches of China. It was started way back in the first Ming Dynasty. Really, now you come here for the view. It has no real defensive purpose. It was meant to keep out invaders from the north, and it is just now a spectacular walk, although it can be quite difficult. Some of the angles seem to get up to 45 degrees. It is definitely a workout, and if you do make it to the top, you do get to see a mistranslation where it says no visitors. I was told by the Chinese guard that was up here that has to do with Google Translate. It wouldn't be the first and it wouldn't be the last thing I would see in this trip in China. But just taking this all in, I was able to talk to a number of people and ask them, where could I find a beer? They pointed me to the normal commercial stuff, but I wanted something a little more intimate. The brew pub, to kind of digest and to kind of reflect on what I've seen. This is the reason why I travel. It's hard to put in words exactly what you see here. Just stopping at every tower and taking in the panoramic views was more than worth the trip itself. Just looking out. What a great day, and really got lucky with the weather. But now it was time to find a brew pub, and that would be an adventure in its own. And I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.